Alright guys, I am back. Remember, beer only gets you so far. It only gets you so far. You need hydration in your life. If there's a way for you to mix beer and water together, I'd have already done it, but you can't because that shit tastes horrible. Alright, so we put the screws in. We good to go. Alright, so it looks like we putting in the legs now. Or maybe they're not the legs, I lied. What the fuck are these pieces? So we need the M's, which are these little blocks right here. Why the fuck did they not letter everything? I don't understand. Alright, so these M's, they're bricks. They're called upper plinths. You fasten them to the half discs, which are right here. God fucking damn this hair. I tell you what, if Bay didn't like this hair so much, I'd chop it right off. Especially during streams like this when I just can't fucking think. Alright, so we're going to use the brown 1-inch flathead screws. And there's 4 of them being used for, believe it or not, the 4 little pieces right in front of us. Charlie hurt his back? Oh shit. You know what we rub on that? We rub hot peppers on any parts that hurt. That's how we do it around here. Alright, so we need brown 1-inch screws. Brown 1-inch screws. I guess it's these bad boys? I'm not real sure. These don't look brown to me though. They look black. Yeah, these look black as fuck. But this looks about right. So one of the cool things you should know about any kind of instructions is that if you put the part that you're confused about, like especially around screws and stuff, up against the image, you can often see it line up right. Okay, so these M pieces, they have a little hole at the top of it. You're not going to be able to see this at all because my camera's not built for that. But they have a hole on the top of it, and you're going to fasten one of these half circles here on top of that like so. I just got to figure out now, do we put the larger hole should be facing up. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Alright, so we just going to put these bad boys together. Just like this. Terrible. I'm sorry, Charlie. Back pains are no fun. I would know, man. Working on things like this where I'm just hunched over all the damn time. What the fuck? There it is. I could not find the hole. That's not a problem I have very often. But today I had that problem. Now the challenging thing about small parts like this is often parts want to swivel around as you're screwing them in, and B, they're so small you don't have a whole lot of leverage to work with. So you kind of got to like just drill it in there and hope for the best. See, for this one here, it keeps popping out and it's driving me insane. Oh, I used to go to a chiropractor too. Alright, we almost got this in here. Damn, this is a pain in the dick, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Pain in the dick. Alright, this one's probably pretty good. You don't want it to be too tight because A, you'll strip the screw right out of there, and B, you may need some wiggle room in case, you know, you fuck up. That's what they should call insurance, by the way, in case shit. You pay for insurance, right? Because you don't want to be able to be broke whenever something happens to you. But if you don't ever use insurance, I'm a firm believer that you should get that money back. Right? It's in case shit. You give them money in case shit happens. And if it don't happen, you should get that money back. It's like robbery. That'd be like me saying, like, here, everybody on the stream right now, I want y'all to give me your money, okay? And that's gonna be in case I'm gonna buy some games. But if I don't buy no games, you gonna want that money back. Fucking shit is ridiculous though. Why ain't any of the presidents talking about that? We already know that Donald Trump's the best president, right? Isn't that what majority vote is in the chat? If not, I might need to get a new profession here. I probably shouldn't even joke about that. That's probably not something that's too funny to everybody. Some people take that shit seriously and really do believe that. And I'm just going to say right now, I was being sarcastic as fuck. And I don't talk about politics at all ever on my stream. But I will tell you this. Voting for Donald Trump might be the dumbest decision that you would ever make in your entire life. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Regardless, there are better options. We won't get into all of that though. Hey, these ones went in so much easier. I don't understand. Okay, we only got one more. And then I'm not really sure where this piece is going to go. It's showing something funny, but oh. This table's nice and pretty, let me tell you. Let me tell you. I mean, let's be honest for a minute. Okay, I know I said I was going to stop about politics, but let's be honest. Let's go back to this for just a half a second, all right? Let's just say that, you know, it has nothing to do with Democrats or Republicans or independents or liberalists. Damn. Or anything like that, okay? It had nothing to do with any of that stuff. It just has to do with one decision being way worse than the rest of the decisions, okay? This is not like a Barack versus Mitt Romney situation where it's like, okay, they're both pretty just mediocre, but we gonna go with one anyways kind of thing. No, it's not like that. Which, you know, that was the opinion that a lot of people were given. I don't say that that's my opinion. I don't endorse that whatsoever. But that's just kind of how it is. But this isn't like that. This isn't one of those situations where it's like, you know, we got two shitty situations here. Let's pick one that's a little less shittier than the other. No. This is a flat out bad decision. And it was funny at first. It was like, oh, that's funny. But now it ain't no funny no more because he's getting somewhere and I don't really like it. All right, so once you get these pieces on, they don't say nothing about it. So they say silver screws used for the upper plinths. Oh, I see. It goes in on the other side. So once this piece gets in here, you go and use the silver screws on the inside so that it's nice and hidden. I like that. They was really thinking ahead with this building process. All right. So what you did there was we took the black screws, we put the little half circle on to the square. Can you guys see that okay? So we got the half circle here, we got the square here. We're gonna drive a silver screw in through, there's another hole, you can just barely see it on the stream, through there on the other side of this piece, and it's gonna all be together. So again, I apologize, you're not gonna be able to see all that well as I put this one in, but you get the idea, and you'll get to see the finished product. All right, let's see what we got here. So the hard thing about putting these pieces in is that I'm right-handed, and oftentimes they ask me to do some left-handed shit. This table is beautiful, Joshua. Let me tell you, this is a much prettier table than the piece of shit we got out in the living room right now. Okay? So we just gonna put that in a little bit and just have it kind of half secured there, so I can actually use my right hand for the things that matter, for the sides that matter, because I'm just not good at working with my left hand. There are some things I am good at with my left hand, but they aren't allowed to be talked about on the stream. God damn it, I'm gonna end up giving myself a blister. I probably should have just got the little power drill thing. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just kind of tighten them a little bit and go get the drill and get the rest of it in. Alright, let's go get the other side here. So the good news is we did space out this front piece, the decorative piece, well enough that it did not interfere with our putting the silver screws in. So that's always a bonus. No matter which way you look at things, there's always a bright side to it. And in this case, this is ours. Alright, we got this one in. Now we just got to get this last boy in. This table is getting heavier and heavier by the minute. It's going to be a fun time to try and carry this shit out. Sometimes I make bad decisions in life. One of those bad decisions was wearing this gray, heavy-ass shirt in this fucking room. I forget that when my computer is streaming, it generates so much heat that no matter how cold it is everywhere else, it still ends up being a problem. Alright, give me a second here. I hope this drill has power, because if not, it's going to be a poop creek without a paddle. Because my thumb is going to end up getting a blister on it. Oh, fuck it. You know what? We just going to man up. We just going to man up and do this shit. Hopefully, we can do so without fucking wrecking my finger. Last time I built something was the bedroom set, and I ended up with this nasty ass blister on my thumb. It was gross. It's all part of the job, but still, it's ridiculous. Blisters are a funny way of your skin saying, like, stop fucking with me. I was reading about them, like what causes them, why do they show up, what's the deal with blisters? It's so heavy though, and it's just getting heavier by the minute as we put all these pieces in there. Fuck, my thumb feels like it's on fire. On fire. Alright, 2 more pieces. So you'll notice I do a lot of piece rotation. It's often very nice to have a lot of working room. Because if you don't, when you run out of room while you're building it, it's not going to be a good time. It's not going to be a good time at all. Okay, we got one more, and then we'll be set with these pieces. So what I'll try and do is when I'm finished, I'll try and see if I can use the camera and give you guys a good 360 of the whole table so you can see the finished working product. Okay, those pieces are in. It's typically the way mass works. What's mass? Is that the shit you go to every Sunday with your mama in church? Those masses? Alright, so we need these fancy little pieces, L2s, which are actually labeled. Thank you, Walmart, for helping a brother out. So L2s are the little rounded pieces. They're going to make your table look real nice and finished like. So if we just left this the way that it was, your table's going to look very boxy, very unattractive, and it's just going to look like an eyesore in the middle of your living room. you put on these little half circle pieces. That's it. Little half circle piece like that. Bam. Immediately your table gains presence and looks much better. And it's even a talking piece. You can go over there with your little cheese, spray cheese crackers and talk about this piece and how beautiful it is. And you can even bullshit and say that you built it all by hand, because nobody's gonna know the difference. Alright, so let's see what we got here. So we gonna need these half circle longer pieces. We're gonna call these decorative side moldings. And we need the other 4 half circles, because they gonna make up your legs. And you gonna do the same thing. You gonna use brown screws to be able to put these half circles on the moldings, and then you gonna use silver screws. Oh, I lied. You gonna use black screws. Let me see something here. Oh, okay. I thought I fucked something up, but I didn't. I was looking around for some black screws. I needed an inch and a quarter, which are, and you need 12 of them. Let's see here. Which ones are these ones? Oh shit! I did fuck it up! God damn it! There are brown screws, they're just so hard to see. Fuck! Okay, the good news is it's not a hard fix. The bad news is, god damn it, fucked it up! Alright, so the screws that I put into these half circles were the wrong screws. The good news is that we could just pull these bad boys out, put the right screws in, and it's actually going to be a little bit easier for us. Not by much, but it's going to be a little bit easier. So these screws were supposed to be used for something else. These screws actually are brown. They are, it's hard to tell, they're actually like a copper color. I know, it's always something, man, always something. They need to identify a little bit better on the packaging which screws are which. But the threading is the same, so you should have no problems just screwing this bad boy right back in there. It's such an easy fix. The hard part is the fact that it's right up next to this this piece now, so you kind of have to finagle with it a little bit. It takes a little bit longer because you're right up against the edge and there's not really a whole lot of leverage. So what you're doing is as you're turning it, you're giving like a little oomph push, and it's just enough pressure to get the screw to keep moving in the direction you want it to move. That's a little technique I picked up from building all this shit all the time. Whenever you fuck up like that, you need to have an emergency plan. Alright, where the hell did my fourth half circle go? Son of a bit. Oh, there it is. Alright, so let's keep spinning this table around and keep getting us back our black screws, and we'll put in the brown ones like we're actually supposed to. This is why it's so great that I'm showing everybody how to decipher Walmart bullshit. Well, all I know is that whenever they're ready to build this particular table, you'll know that the black screws are not the answer. There's these little bronze screws they didn't tell me shit about. I wish they would label it on the screws themselves. They fucking won't though, because they're cheap bastards. I mean, I guess that's how you get your goods for a cheap price too. They save money by not giving you all the stickers that you need.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh, thanks for the follow. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying this stream. I hope you're enjoying watching the table get put together. It's a nice little coffee table, let me tell you, for only $130. You do the same thing. You can sit here and watch this side by side with me and I will walk you through building this, even with a fuck up. Even with a fuck up, let me tell you. Alright, we almost got this one in. We're gonna have to do it 2 more times since I done fucked it up. Alright, that's good enough there. Oh boy. Let's do this one here. Give me back my black screw. My poor thumb, I'm not going to be able to game for weeks. Weeks! But that's okay, because you don't need your thumb when you're playing NASCAR. You only need your trigger fingers. That's the gas pedal most of the times. Alright, let's put this bad boy in here. They shouldn't have said brown. I was looking for actual brown screws. These screws are bronze. Okay? There's a big difference. Bronze is worth so much more. So there's a couple of techniques you can take with this. You can alternate your hands where one is pushing, one is turning. You can have one hand stabilized, which is the technique that I use. I use my right hand to stabilize the screwdriver, make sure it doesn't go nowhere. And I use my left hand to push and to turn at the same time. Now, the downfall to doing it that way is that your hand will get very tired very quickly, especially if it's your offhand. But it's probably the easiest way to make sure you don't slip and fuck yourself up, because I've done that plenty of times. The last way you can do it is by having both of your hands do the same thing. Have one hand push down and turn, then alternate. Have the other hand push down and turn. So you kind of have this motion going on where it's almost like you're rolling a blunt, but you're not really. It's a very gentle process. You have to be very careful with it because you don't want to strip your screws in case, for whatever reason, you got to take this bad boy apart. If you can't get to that screw, then you, my friends, are screwed. For $140, you might have gotten some actual brown screws. You might be right there, Moxie. But unfortunately, Wally World just does not think about it. Either that or their instructions are written by somebody who's probably colorblind, which is also a very viable option. We live in a time where equal opportunities are presented for all. And you can be colorblind and work in the screw coloring department, because that could cost you a lot of money if that person come back and sue you. And you don't want that. You don't want to deal with the law. So you just keep your head down and you say, alright, we'll hire you for this if you think you can do it. Now, by the time I got this table, that guy might have gotten fired for fucking calling these screws brown. Because they, my friends, are not brown. Let me tell you. We're almost done though. We got this bad boy 3/4 the way in. And then we'll finally start on the step that I stopped on, because I realized that we didn't have brown screws. Brown screws, man, let me tell you, that's the downfall of this society today. Brown fucking screws. Who uses brown screws anyways? Why not just use silver like normal people? Why not just use black if you don't want to see them? Black's pretty hidden in a dark brown table, right? You ain't gonna see that shit. Alright, we in there, boys. Oh, that one's still a little loose. Hang on. There we go. Now it's tightened up nice. Alright, now we're going to get back to this piece. So it's going to be the same process. We're going to take brown screws this time, put them into the top of these molding pieces. And then we're going to use black flat screws, which is the ones I originally used. And we're going to drill these bad boys in. And they're going to be 3, 6, 9, 12 of them. And I think I got 12 screws here. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12. Yep. That's why I had to go back and get them. Like, if I would have had extras, we'd have just moved on with our day. But they gave you exactly 12 black screws. And without those 12 black screws that are long enough to reach, you're going to be in for a hard time. A very hard time. So we're going to put these pieces in. These are going to make your, not only the ends of the table look nice, but they're also going to give the legs an elegant finish. Now it's going to be a little bizarre because there is going to be a little piece here that kind of sticks out. So I'm wondering how that's going to work. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe the legs are actually these little flat pieces. Oh, I'm just putting it together in my mind. I apologize. I probably shouldn't do that when you can't see all the parts. I'm at an unfair advantage. So I'm going to finish putting these all in here. And if I don't cut my hair off by the end of the day, I'll be super surprised. Did I do this right? No! Motherfuck. Look, you fuck up once, and you just forever making mistakes at this point. So what happened here was the larger hole was supposed to be on top. And I didn't do that. And the reason for that is so that the screw can hide a little bit better. This is what happens, guys. You cannot, when you're putting these things together, you cannot get flustered by a mistake. You get flustered once, you're gonna get flustered the whole way through. I might have to switch to a t-shirt. I'm just going to tough out this stream for the rest of it, but before I continue streaming, I'm definitely going to get this bad boy off. I am sweating so hard. Alright, so we turn this bad boy around. We're going to get this one in here next. So the way that they have it is on one side of the half moon is deeper than the other so the screw can hide. And then you don't have that problem of scratching later or the piece not working together right. I wonder how many creative streams are actually building shit. I've seen so many creative streams that are like more around, you know, sewing and cross stitching and crocheting and a little bit of painting. But I wonder how many are actually construction. That would be an interesting question because I never explored the creative side of things. I mean, if you know me on a regular basis, I am not a creative person. That is not the person I am. You can't ask me to do something like that because you'd be asking me at a disadvantage. That's why I'm building Walmart furniture on stream because that's what I can do. This is as creative as I get. I can follow instructions, mostly, as long as they're written right. And I can work a screwdriver and some basic tools. That's about it. If you want something fancy, you ask Muba for that shit. He makes some damn good shit with his hands. You saw a guy painting a wall. That must have been the most exciting stream you've ever been in, Moxie. I can't imagine any stream more exciting than painting a wall. Except for maybe watching the grass grow. That's probably the only thing that would compete. 200 people watching paint. God damn it. That is some fucking shit. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong, babe. This stream is at the wrong approach. We should have been painting this wall. This wall right back here. We'll paint it green so that we don't need a green screen. We could just use the wall. I've seen people do it. I've seen it in my life. I can't imagine what's so interesting. Was the guy talking? Was he at least interacting with chat, or were they all just sitting there staring at the wall together? That's what I want to know. Alright, we got our moldings all put together. Just repaint the coffee table. There we go. Then we can all sit and watch it together. Alright, so those black screws that I was using before, we're going to actually use them now. Ouch. Oh, I'm too old. How is following instructions creative? Get the fuck out of here, Jester. Ain't nobody asked you nothing. You gonna take your ass right back out of here. Your little judgmental self. Did you not read the rules before you got here? This is a safe space. No judgments allowed. I don't come in here. I don't come into your channel and judge you for your extra use. You fucking UK guy who uses too many U's. Oh, what? So first I'm not good enough for you, Jester? Now I'm good enough for you because I make you laugh? It's fucking bullshit is what that is. So I guess these go right in the middle. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, as long as it falls in the middle line, you're in good shape. There's a little cut. I'm going to see if I can show you guys real quick. In the middle of this piece. Oh, yeah, you can see that fine. So all the screws, there's going to be one here, there's going to be one about here, and then there's going to be one here. And that's what's going to hold this piece into the table. You're always judging somebody, Jester. That's because that's the way it needs to be spelled, Jester. The color shot. C-O-L-O-R. There's no U involved in that situation. So this is a pain in the dick. This does not want to cooperate all that well. There are no pre-drilled screw holes in this one, so it's going to be a fight to try and get this man in here. It's already trying to come in crookedly, and that's not fun. You don't want it to be crooked. I may actually have to get the drill for that one because it's being a stubborn little piece of shit. Alright, 2 seconds while I go grab that and I'll be right back. Hopefully it's got enough charge. So I bought this cool little drill. Oh damn it, I accidentally hit the power button on the phone. Hopefully it stays up. Because it's got this cool little feature where it turns. Hopefully this is not too loud for you. Let me know if it is. Now let's try and get these bad boys in the way that they need to go in. That's better. Woo! That's some power behind these bad boys. You gotta watch though. You hear that clicking too much, you got too much torque. Apparently, that turn is not great. The only thing that I don't like about this drill is that it does have the button so close to it that I accidentally press it all the time and lock up the screw. So what ends up happening is that it doesn't go the direction that you want it to go. Alright, one down. They kind of look like little pillars from like the old Roman days. It makes the table look really elegant. Oh, what's this happy ass song? So the hard part about trying to get this together is that you can't see where the little notch is. You just gotta hope you've got it turned the right way. You're drilling into the right part. Because if not, it's gonna look awfully silly. Wow, power drill's helping out so much more. I should have just started with this from the get-go. But alas, I'm not building a ship. What's up, Mill Amber? How are you? I'm actually building a coffee table. But maybe we could turn it into a pirate ship and go looting and plundering together. How about that? Alright, we only got 2 more of these bad boys to put in, and we gonna be good to go. You gotta watch too when you're putting this in. You don't want to pinch your fingers on the way while it's going in. So the little fat on the hand, on your hands, if you're holding it too tightly, you'll end up with it pinching down, and that will not feel good while it's stuck there. Oh, you ready to build a pirate ship? Let's do it. Let's do it. I think that we'll have a good time. Let's see here. Hopefully this is the right spot. Alright. One more here, and then we just got the last pillar to do, and we're done. Boy. Alright, so that one's a little off center, but it's not too noticeable, so it should be okay. I was able to rectify it with the 3rd screw. We'll see if it stays that way without busting later. And you can see the table starting to come together real nice right now. It's awesome to see. You've got the pillar sides here that look really nice. I don't know if you guys can see that too well on the stream that far away. Like I said, when this is all said and done, I'll pull it all together so you can see it in its entirety. But alright, let's get these last 3 in here. I forgot there was a battery indicator on this thing. I never ever use it. Let's get this bottom one in. Oh, this music's so epic. And we got one more. This is going to speed up the process nicely, which is great because this part sucks. I'm going to put that out there and tell you that this part sucks. Alright, we moving on to the next step, boys. We already on step 8. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? Alright, so 1 7/8 flathead screws. So these bad boys is huge. We need 6 of them because we going to be putting on the bottom, y'all. The bottom piece is here. Now, I told them what we was building, but I said afterwards we could build a spaceship or a pirate ship together, and we could go a plundering. I would love to build a real pirate ship and actually go sailing somewhere, but I feel like I would probably be endangering a lot of people's lives. So it may be best that I did not do that. Rocket League isn't till tonight, British God. Why you always gotta be so judgmental? Alright, so we need this big ass piece right here. And we gonna put this side, the finished side, down. because we want to make sure it looks real nice for everybody up on the top of it. And so we're going to just line this bad boy up. And it's going to end up lining up perfectly. So you want to just line up one side first. And then once you've got that side in, you can adjust the other side to make sure that you've got it going on properly. Okay, so I just missed the shit out of that. Apparently there's a little bit of a lip action going on here. Let's see what this is. I think right there. So there's like the tiniest bit of lip, maybe 1/4 of an inch right here on the end. I don't know if you can see that here on stream there, but it's just the finest lip, just to collect the dust that you don't want to get when you're dusting the rest of your house. Okay, so you feel around, make sure that the screw went in flat and flush, and you make sure that you didn't get it anywhere else that you didn't need to be. It's funny, British, you're not the only British person in here that was judgmental. Jester was too. I'm building a Rocket League car. You are not incorrect. Okay. There's 2. So you're gonna put 2 in the middle. And you can look through and see there's enough light, or there should be enough light for you to be able to tell where these screws are going to go. And if you can't see, then you could just kind of like put the screw down there and wiggle it around, and it'll fall into the hole that it needs to be. I'm going to move this over here so you guys can hear me and it doesn't sound like I'm muffled. You might be able to hear a little bit more off the drilling. I'm sorry for that. British, me playing with my tools, exactly what you were looking for. Echo, what's up, brother? How you doing? It's good to see you, family. I got your Skype message, but I was already in the middle of building this, so I couldn't stop for you. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I think British was asking this to try and get you to play some co-op before too. Alright, so same thing over here. You just want to make sure there's a little lip. Make sure that the screw is down into the side of this, because you do not want this to bust out the other side. That is embarrassing, and it looks like hell. Alright, and our bottom is attached. How to accidentally drill your mic into a table. I would love to teach you guys that, but I'm too damn good. I can't do that on my own. Alright, so let's bring our instructions here and see what else we got. So we're going to need these big pieces back here and these little pieces up here. So H's and E's. Let's see if these E's are... No, of course, the E's are not marked, which is great, because that's exactly what we didn't want. And then our H's are marked, which is nice. Makes life nice and easy for us. Table instructions, right? Alright, let's see here. So we need more of those brackets. They're putting a shit ton of brackets on this one. I don't know what for, but... And they're making me use these tiny fucking screws again. I hate these goddamn screws. Alright. So let's switch this around. We're gonna actually slide the table up, because I can probably get it closer so you guys can actually see what's happening here. Okay. So we need more brackets. I think it's going to use the rest of the brackets actually. So let's just grab all of them out.